Alright, welcome back everyone to part 11 of the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Still working on case number 5, I want to say. The doppelganger case. So, where is the secretary? Could I talk to you for a minute? I'll keep it short. When the first Kurosawa-san came out, was he holding anything? Holding anything? Like a wad of bills or expensive looking jewelry? No, I don't remember him carrying anything of the sort. Do you mean Mr. Kurosawa's room has such things in it? Well, I wouldn't know. Then again, he wouldn't have that huge safe if he didn't. Huh? Is there something wrong? Oh, well, if she's never been in the room, why does she know about the safe? Okay, I'm done talking to you. What about you? There we go. The messages you received were probably sent by the doppelganger. Kurosawa-san's account seems to have been hacked. Hacked? Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of a security company, getting hacked? Haha, loser. That's what it seems like. And who exactly is that doppel or whatever? An ex of Yuya's? X? It's more like a copy of the person? I don't get it. But isn't this a dumped ex trying to get back at Yuya or something? Well, I don't know for sure. Is this not an occult case, but an angry ex case? Aiko-san, about the HDD. Hey, I wouldn't know, okay? Yes, but it would help to know what kind of shape it was. It was near the computer, connected with a cable, and around the size of a lunchbox. Oh yeah. It was a black box with a sticker on it that said 5 or something. A 5? Not sure about that. That might be it. Kurosawa-san might recognize that. We should check with him. By the way, do you know if any of Kurosawa-san's ex-girlfriends might know a lot about HDDs? How should I know? Of course, sorry. Could I ask you something? Go ahead. Kurosawa-san, do you know about an HDD? With a sticker with the number 5? Wait, he's really surprised. Well, what about it? Seems like the doppelganger's goal was to get that HDD. What does HDD stand for, by the way? Kurosawa-san, about the HDD. HDDs are storage media. Oh, my hair. Get out of my face. There we go. You can save a large amount of photos, music, or videos on them. I see. Then I might have had something stored on it that the doppelganger wanted, which is why it was stolen. Would the Urban Myth Dissolution Center be able to recover it for me? I can't say for sure, at least not immediately. Worst case, destroying the HDD works too. I would appreciate if you could prevent the contents from leaking out. Can't promise anything. So, figure out why Doppelgangster came here? The doppelganger seems to have stolen an HDD from Kurosawa-san's computer. An HDD? Just the HDD without touching the gold bars or other valuables. Kurosawa-san even asked us to destroy it if we need to. Oh yeah, don't agree to it. Those requests lead to complaints later on. So it came from the HDD. Wonder what's inside. Also, Kiyomoto-san, the secretary? She skipped work without saying anything, and isn't answering. Could me meeting someone's doppelganger bring death to others as well? Kurosawa-san said his staff is looking for her, but I hope nothing's happened to her. Kurosawa-san and Honda-san, the housekeeper, have both met the doppelganger in this house. Yeah, might not be safe. I'll go grab the van, so tell Kurosawa and the housekeeper to be on their guard. Understood. Get some rest, Sammy. We're on standby until Kurosawa updates us. Gotcha. Thank you, Jasmine. I'm being followed. What is this place? It's dark, but so loud. I don't want to see or hear. I'm scared. No, help me. Yeah, this is way too loud. We should go somewhere quieter. Ms. Zami? Ms. Zami? Oh shit, it's my doppelganger. Director? Oh, that's creepy as fuck. No, no. Sammy, you awake? Yeep! Dozing off again? Huh? What the? Oh, I was just zoned out for a bit there. Stop falling asleep while we're talking. Kurosawa sent in this stupid request, so we need to get planning. I'm sorry. I had this weird dream. Anyway, you were saying the doppelganger had actually shown up before the CEO office intrusion? Yep, it turned up a week ago in the UTech HQ server room, which makes 3 sightings. Server room, CEO's office, CEO's home. Sure gets around for an anomaly. By the way, we haven't heard from the director yet. Hope everything's okay. It's looking like we might have to do the dissolution ourselves, eh? I'll practice manifesting the eye-opener, unlocking it. No idea what you're talking about. UTech HQ coming up. Time for investigator mode. Yes. Kurosawa-san, you mentioned the doppelganger was here a week ago? Yeah, seems like he showed up in this server room. No reports of anything stolen or sabotaged so far. Can I ask what this room's for? This is our server room, where we store important data for our clients. It's usually off limits to external parties. My main concern is why the intruder targeted this server room. Since it appeared in our buildings twice already, it may have hostile intentions toward our company. Hope you can find out why it came here. Understood. By the way, I asked you to look for the HDD stolen from my home. Could you give me a status report on that first? Actually, our job is to investigate urban myths. Looking for stolen property is not quite what we... Well, it looks like our understanding of the request and your work aren't aligned. Hey, when did we agree to change our service plan? And you are... just a part-time helper. If you have an additional request for lost property searches, I'll check with management. We're not in the position to make those kind of decisions ourselves. Especially for this kind of pseudo-police work. Never know what might turn out illegal, Riley. I can write up a theft report for the police. Actually, we've had a lot going on with all these strange incidents. Please forget about the stolen item for now. We'll handle that ourselves. Just continue investigating the urban myth element if that works for you. Okay. Please check with the server engineer and security guard about what happened here. Okay, we will. Thank you, Jasmine. Why did Kurosawa-san's tone change all of a sudden? Leave those situations to me. Anyway, he's showing his true colors. He almost forced that responsibility on us. Let's move on. First, we need to know what appeared here. And next, why it came here specifically. I'll keep an eye out for what Kurosawa's up to while we investigate. Looks like a shelf for stowing connection cables and tools. Quite a lot of stuff kept here. Hello, we're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Oh, hello, I'm Nakata. I handle UTech Priorities server room, admin and maintenance. Are the servers those large machines in the back? Yes, those shelves hold hundreds of servers, and I'm in charge of them. Oh, I see. Makes sense. Could you tell me about your work? I work in UTech server room, here in the headquarters. I oversee and maintain the server hardware and also handle troubleshooting. Are you always here? I'm actually pretty new to the company. Not always, though. I often do come down and handle things here. I see. Thank you. Could you recap what happened a week ago at night? That day I was handling our regular monthly server maintenance, among other things. So, it was your monthly special day where the servers get their beauty time? I guess, yeah, something like that. The CEO showed up during that time, a little past midnight, I think. He came in and just, knowing I was busy at work, he just gave me a wave. Like, don't mind me, carry on or something. Yes, exactly. So I was focusing on the maintenance process and other tasks. Did you notice anything unusual? Unusual? Let me think. Well, he acted just like the CEO usually does when we see him around the office. Do you know what exactly he was doing? That would be, no, I don't really know. He seemed to be working on something, but was gone when I looked up. Wow, these servers are almost a wall of their own. Couldn't fit in my place. What if folks working on their PCs need to have them at home? We're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. May I talk to you for a bit? Yes, heard from the CEO. Ino here, security for the server room. Please ask me anything, yes. Ino-san, could you tell me about your job? Yes, I'm in charge of the security for UTech's server room. We handle important data such as personal information, yep. I see. A week ago at midnight, we heard that someone came to the server room. Oh yes, the CEO doppelganger? Yes? Yes. Exactly. Could you tell me everything you saw at that time? Well, don't really understand this doppelganger thing. Someone who looks just like the CEO? Find that hard to believe, just like that. Yep. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we're sure an entity like that is out there. Things have been stolen from the CEO's office and Kurosawa-san's home. Yep. We would appreciate your help, especially to prevent any further incidents. That makes sense. Yep, I see. It was just past midnight on that day, last week, I think. The CEO just showed up like that. Yep. Does Kurosawa-san usually come by that at those hours? No, it's rare that he even comes to the server room. The server engineer Nakata was here too, yep. I see. So what was Kurosawa-san doing here? He entered the server room and seemed to be doing something inside. But I didn't see what exactly. Alright, I see. So about the servers. Is the big one the server, or are the various pieces sticking out the servers? This server has glass doors but no locks. Okay. And superpowers. Looks just like Kurosawa-san. But this one's the doppelganger. Seems to be doing something to the servers. This shadow looks just like Kurosawa-san. But it's actually the doppelganger, I think. Yes, positive. He's standing there all confident, like it's his own company. It means the security guard saw this doppelganger too, right? A shadow which looks like Kurosawa-san. But I'm starting to see the difference. This one must be the doppelganger. He's staring at this server. He's looking this way and laughing. It's scary. I wonder what this server is. The doppelganger seemed fixed on it. This shadow's probably Kurosawa-san. He looks different from the doppelganger. Okay. It's in a glass compartment with a solid-looking door and lock. Tight security here. The doppelganger shadow was looking at this server. I wonder what's stored in it. Maybe I should check with the server engineer. Nakata-san? Yes? There's a server with a lock. What's stored in it? We're thinking that maybe the doppelganger was aiming for the content of that server. The server's content? I can't really tell you that due to security protocols. I could, but I'd need permission from the CEO, so... I need notes on the people I met. Nakata-san is the engineer in charge of the server room. When the doppelganger showed up, what was he doing? Yes, he was working on monthly server maintenance. Was it a coincidence that the doppelganger came on that day, or not? Okay. Nakata-san? Yes? I guess I'm done with you. Really sorry about earlier. Oh, it's okay. Force a habit from the negotiation table. Okay. Could you tell me about what happened here in detail? 1 week ago, late at night, the doppelganger showed up here, though nothing was taken. Please ask our server engineer and this room's security guard for specifics. I was out of the office working on something else, so I wasn't aware of what happened. Understood. I'll check with the engineer and security guard. Oh, by the way, did you remember something? You have this special power, right? I seem to have lost my fountain pen when I came here this morning. Your fountain pen? You're good at finding such things, aren't you? Well, kinda. It's actually a very special pen for me. Could you try looking for it? It was a gift from my father. From your father? We definitely should try to find it then. Exactly. Would you mind? It should be in this room somewhere. I'll have a look. I wanted to ask about Kiyomoto-san. You mentioned she wasn't answering calls? Kiyomoto? Oh, my secretary? Oh yes, I'd forgotten to mention this. We haven't been able to contact her. I asked HR to check on her home, but they couldn't find her, so she might be missing. Maybe that secretary job was physically demanding in some ways, but disappearing with no word or warning? I don't think that's what's going on. Meeting the doppelgangers of other people can kill you too. Huh, that's pushing it a bit, no? I met mine 2 days ago, but nothing's happened. Though that reminds me. That reminds you? It's just that our housekeeper didn't show up this morning and hasn't contacted us either. Your housekeeper? Honda-san? Is she okay? Your secretary, Tiamoto-san, and now your housekeeper, Honda-san, both recently encountered your doppelganger. It's really strange that they're going missing like this. Well, actually, there are lots of irresponsible people in the world. And why am I totally unaffected? Well, I wouldn't worry too much about the doppelganger rumors. Wait, so that wasn't why you requested the center's help? There's a server with a lock. What kind of data is stored in it? Could the doppelganger be trying to steal that information? Nakata-san mentioned the doppelganger was doing something to that server. I see. Please check with our server engineer about specifics. You can tell him I gave you permission. And even if the doppelganger is indeed after the server's content, the data within it is encrypted. You mean it should be safe? Yes, however, I'm concerned about our engineer hadn't mentioned that so far. Why is that? All hands on. Server processes are up to the team in charge. So I wouldn't be accessing anything directly myself. I see. I'll check with Nakata-san about that. Yes, definitely Kurosawa-san himself, not the doppelganger. Looks like he's placing something on the tool shelf. Maybe he put the pin here and forgot about it. Need to check. The shadow was around here. There it is, an expensive-looking fountain pen. Why would he put it here of all places? Did he hide it on the purpose? Anyway, let's give it back to Kurosawa-san. Yes, anything you need, let me know anytime. We're still looking into the intruder's motive. But here's your fountain pen. It was right on the tool shelf. Ah! That power of yours, it's real. It should work then. Just talking to myself. Please carry on with your investigation. Nakata-san? Yes? Kurosawa-san said you're allowed to tell me about the server's content. Also, I think he's a bit worried about why you hadn't informed him that the doppelganger tampered with the server. What? Me? Well, to be honest, I felt that the CEO was acting strange that day. I asked him what he was doing, but he didn't even answer me. So you did feel something was off? Yes, and to answer your question, that server is for government-related matters. It contains the National Police Agency's information system. The National Police? Issues with that server tend to be complicated. So to be honest, I preferred not to cause any issues by speaking up. I see. And please, it's strictly off the record that it's for the police's information system. So it's not like I had any other intentions. I'm sorry. And either way, it takes special authentication to access that system. So the intruder shouldn't have been able to extract any data. So in order to do anything with the server's content, you'd need to clear the authentication? That's right. So I bet the intruder probably got this far, then gave up and left. Please pass that on to the CEO. Understood. Thank you for explaining. I wonder if the server near the back wall is alright. The doppelganger was trying to do something to it. Maybe I should look at it through the glasses. This doppelganger, what's it doing to the server? It's touching something. Connecting a cable to the server? Wait, is that even safe for the server? Should I worry? sure. Okay. Anything you need, let me know. Oh, I guess I'm done talking to you. What about the security guard then? This server has neither a door or a lock, so it just opens up. Doppelganger was connecting a cable to this and doing something. I need to let the server engineer know about this. Alright, do you have anything new? Yep. Was there anything unusual about Kurosawa-san? Well, he was just like his usual everyday self. He's here today as well, but even if he told me he was the doppelganger, I wouldn't know. There's no way I could tell, yep. I see. One thing though, he was there one moment and gone the next. You should ask Nakata, our server engineer, about this. He also met the CEO here last week. Oh, I mean... No, met that doppelganger thing here, yep. I see, thank you. I need notes on the people I met. Ino-san is the security guard in charge of the server room. He seems to have encountered the doppelganger, but around what time was that? Yes, right around midnight. Ino-san and Nakata-san were working late at that hour. There aren't any other witnesses. Alright. Nakata-san? Yes. Did you get a close look at Kurosawa-san's face when he appeared at midnight? I'm not too sure, but I did look at him when he entered this room. I think he was just the usual CEO. Excuse me, about the server in the back? The doppelganger might have been targeting the server in the back of the room. Seems to have connected a cable to it and did something. It is still some important data, maybe? The server in the back? You mean the one without a lock? The server in the back isn't being used yet. We'll be setting up its structure and getting it ready for actual use. Oh, so there's no data in it that could be stolen? Yes, it's totally empty. It's not even connected to the internet, so there's nothing that could be done with it. So the doppelganger snuck into the server room to steal important data. But didn't find anything, so gave up? That feels off somehow. Maybe I should ask Jasmine for tips. Just beware around Kurosawa, okay? About the doppelganger that appeared in the server room. Any thoughts? For a doppelganger, this one doesn't seem that supernatural. This one came from the server room. Came for the server room. The stolen item from the CEO's place was an HDD. Oh yeah, and the card-like device it stole from the CEO office. The item stolen from the CEO office was some kind of device? All I heard was that it was red and card-like. Oh, guess I shouldn't assume then. Any leads you're aware of? Not too sure. Might be something, but nah, I'm not confident just yet. I see. Let me know if you figure out anything. The doppelganger must have a goal. It's like it's targeting something. We keep working this case and it turns out the Illumini cards are related. If they are? I'll need a bit more info, Sammy. Give me that info. On it. So we know quite a bit more, but also quite a bit less. Which means the doppelganger came to the server room, but it seems it slipped away without taking anything this time. But in this room, there's one server, which sounds like an obvious target. Say what? Well, you see, why are you whispering? server contains the National Police's information system. The National Police? Shh. But nothing seems to have been swiped from the server, yeah? It seems the police info system needs a special authentication to access. Authentication? So a password? And it left this room. For now, at least. For now. I'm more and more confused about the doppelganger's goals. Actually, Zami, I think I might have an idea. Question is, what type of data from the National Police is stored there? Oh? Is there a way to find out? I think Kurosawa has taken a peek at the content, at least. Gotta find a way to make him spill the beans. Oh, wow. Kurosawa is feigning calm, but is obsessed with whatever was taken. Then again, he's not going to just tell us if we ask. So it's a matter of, what could we tell him that would make him talk? Gotcha, I'll think about it. Go for it. Let's think this through. The National Police's information stored on UTEC's server. Jasmine thinks Kurosawa has peeked at the content. Is there anything you're sure of? I think it's going to be hard to get him to talk. Kurosawa-san has been hiding various pieces of information from us. If we can make him believe that we are partially aware of the truth and are in a position to help him, we may be able to get past his emotional barrier. The doppelganger is clearly sneaking in to steal the National Police data. It's acting in ways that an anomaly wouldn't. Is there some kind of hint in there? What could we say to catch Kurosawa-san off guard? The doppelganger may be a Zimmer who is trying to... That sounds good. This is just a thought, but putting aside whether the doppelganger is an anomaly or not, if we hypothesize it's a Zimmer working towards a goal, things start making sense. This is a huge slip-up by Kurosawa-san's company, but he'd probably tell us if it would stop a terrorist attack. We could possibly ask Kurosawa-san outright, but that's kind of scary, honestly. I should check with Jasmine first. That Kurosawa guy, he seems... I'll keep an eye out too. Sounds great. Just a thought. About the entity we've been calling the doppelganger. Could it be a Zimmer, trying to make things look like it's a doppelganger? You think so too, Zami? They snuck in here a week ago to snatch National Police info for their terrorist plans. But they failed and realized they'd need a red card-like device for the heist. So they stole it from the CEO's office, or something like that. They needed a device to steal the data? How do you know this? Sammy, trust me on this one. Go pressure Kurosawa a bit. If he won't talk, just mention that device and he should tell you everything. Okay. Yes, anything you need, let me know anytime. Kurosawa-san, about the content of the server that the doppelganger tried to hack. I can't really tell you much. Could you just focus on the intruder's motive? What if the intruder was a Zimmer? They've been carrying out terrorist attacks. They laid hands on the information. You don't know what they might do. What exactly is this top secret info about? Let's slow down a bit. As I mentioned earlier, nothing was taken during this intrusion. And you may have heard, even if they had tried to access the server, special authentication is needed to retrieve the data. Oh, But the red card-like device was stolen from your office, wasn't it? Isn't that a huge concern? I didn't think you'd find out this much. The information in that server is related to VIP protection. VIP protection? Info related to security measures for political figures and leaders from within Japan. And also for VIPs visiting from overseas. Security is a growing concern recently. You mean the Zimmer terrorist activities that we see in the news? So Zimmers could plan terrorist attacks with that information? Yes, which is why I was hoping you could figure out who the thief is. And again, you got me. Guess I underestimated you. He's wording this as if we brought up a real zinger or something. I should update Jasmine either way. That Kurosawa guy, he already said that. Jasmine, we know what's in the server. You okay? You don't look good. It's got info on VIP protection. The intruder who came to the server room was trying to access VIP protection info. Just like you suggested. I mentioned the device to Kurosawa-san and he told me. Okay. If it's a Zimmer, then they're definitely planning out the steps toward their goal. This means the Zimmers have full access to security information on the VIPs, right? You got it. This could be really bad. Jasmine, does the situation look hopeless? Well, the doppelganger has probably been after Kurosawa's data for a while. And the server contained national police info and VIP protection. Did the Zimmers do this to plan terrorist attacks? The police are in danger, but we are too, now that we know. If they realize the center is involved, the Zimmers may label us as threats and actively target us. We figure out their plans, that's reason enough for them to come after us. And this means the bossman's silence is a concern too. No word in a while. Let's hope it's not because of the Zimmers. Do you think the director's okay? The bossman's a resourceful one, so I'm not that worried. Either way, the Zimmers have probably already achieved their goal. Now it's up to how we and the police follow up. I see. Anyway, let's stop here for today. Tell them bye and head home. Okay. Having that stolen really messes with our plans. The red device, too. And again, that girl's power. Could be useful. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I really hope the director's okay. Assuming Jasmine's right. I wonder what the director's doing now. Another pile of books. Researching something, I guess. Occult Fundamentals for Dummies. Alien Abduction Techniques, Past and Present. The World Without TK. Spice up your occult fun. The Book of the Dead, according to TK. These are all books by Dr. K, and there's something else in the pile. A memo by the director. Server room, CEO office, Kurosawa home. The last line reads, Kurosawa Seiji? The doppelganger's movements. Seen with that vision? Yeep, it's time for me to go meet Jasmine. Okay, let's get started. Any word from the bossman? No, not yet. I don't know what's going on. Seems really busy. I did find a memo listing the places we've investigated. The last line read, Seiji Kurosawa. Keeping watch with that vision, huh? Could throw us a tip or two at least. Anyway, Seiji Kurosawa is Yuya Kurosawa's father. We'll be heading to Seiji Kurosawa's home, their estate. The doppelguy showed up there. You mean at Kurosawa's family home? Yep, if the boss man had this name written down, there must have been some clue. Seiji Kurosawa, that CEO guy has some serious lineage. Wait, who exactly is Seiji Kurosawa? Again, how do you not hear about things? Looking him up online will give you an idea. Understood. I'll search for Seiji Kurosawa-san then. Reply. Okay, I wonder if the Kurosawa estate might be hiding something. Something that the doppelganger and Zimmers both want. Info stored in the server room? Maybe not, since it's top secret. What a mess if that had leaked. Anyway, I'll go ahead and look up Seiji Kurosawa. Director Kurosawa? They mean Seiji Kurosawa. We were looking up Seiji-san. The info on his son came up. His father's a big shot, and the son makes a lot of money, so I'm sure a lot of people envy him. Which one gets more attention? Wait, there's a reaction. Just looking up Director Kurosawa will probably lead to more like this. Try using keywords to narrow down the search for info on Seiji. Reaction. We should look into this. He's a powerful person and we don't want to offend him. Let's look him up in advance. There's a reaction to scandals. People really seem to expect them. So he was up to no good when he was younger. He's still young though. So there are good impressions? If it's only from a few moments of interaction, impressions can be all over the place. Kurosawa-san doesn't live in a high-rise, does he? People just like to make things up. Fake police are also an urban myth. I think the story goes that they show up in women's homes. Okay. Career civil servants? They mean civil servants with the most power. Okay. CG, okay. Kurosawa-san's father seems really impressive. Yeah, he really is. Everyone's eyes are on Zimmer activity. What kind of possibilities are they debating? I'm getting depressed just thinking about it. Kurosawa-san's father was in the news the other day. How could they say all that? If we took them to court, we'd win a defamation case, hands down. These haters are really coming at us. What's going on? Why is the center getting haters? What's going on? I mean, people are starting to believe the Zimmer terrorist attacks. But why could they do something like this? The terrorists trying to carry out devastation and judgment. Everyone's scared and confused. So you look for a familiar scapegoat they can actually reach. So they jump to conclusions on whose fault it is? Human nature. I wouldn't dwell on it. Human nature? So, Kurosawa-san's father is a powerful person in the police force. Can't believe he's Security Director Kurosawa-san. Jasmine, you already know about Seiji-san? Oh yeah, he's been on TV. Pretty famous guy. The rich and famous comments we saw. Father is head of the police force. Son is a tech company CEO. There are people who overreact and assume they're exploiting everyone. So is the Samizima admin fueling that movement with the Illuminati cards. I wonder why they do that. Or do they just want more followers and terrorist attacks? Terrorism doesn't guarantee they'll get the world they want. It's as much of a mystery as the doppelganger itself. How much of this was planned by the Samizima admin? Let's find the answers at the Kurosawa house. Yep. Oh yeah, Zammy, forgot to tell you. Something's wrong? Those two working in the server room? They're missing. You mean Nakata-san and Ina-san? Kurosawa told us when he called. Says they're absent without leave. With Kiyomoto-san and Honda-san, that's 4 missing already. This really doesn't look good. For now, I've asked someone I know to look for them. We should be extra careful as well. Okay. Oh, he just appeared. Hello, Kurosawa-san. Thank you for waiting. It's fine. I just got here. So about today's investigation. Oh, could you park that van in the back? Stands out too much by the front gate? Sammy, I'll go park, so you head on in. Understood. Kurosawa-san, about the doppelganger. I heard that the 2 staff members at the server room have gone missing too. If this is the doppelganger's fault, that's already 4 people missing. And you also ran into it at home, right, Kurosawa-san? You are Kurosawa-san, right? Don't tell me you're... This is my father's home, Seiji Kurosawa. Oh, yes. Awkward. Thank you for your time. I'm from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. My name is Azami Fukurai. Welcome. I am Yuye's father, Seiji Kurosawa, Security Director of the National Police Agency. Oh, yes, pleasure to meet you. Could I ask whose these gentlemen in the suits are? We've had heightened security concerns of late. I was told I should have a security detail just in case. They guard me when I'm off work. Security detail? Excuse us for a while. I'll be fine. I'd like to start by asking you some questions. Sure, after all that's been happening lately, I was worried about my father. So I gave him a call and he told me I'd visited last night. Does that mean... Did you come here last night, Yuye-san? Of course not. Which means it was a doppelganger who showed up here last night. I find that hard to believe. Who exactly is this doppelganger? Are they involved with the Zimmers? Good flair, sir. Currently, Fukurai here is looking into things, with both the doppelganger and the Zimmers as potential suspects. Right? Yes, exactly. You in the back. Have we met before somewhere? Anyway, I see. Yuye, if that is the case, we should ask the police to step in. Actually, there's something we should consider. It shouldn't be too late to contact the police after this investigation. If there's something on your mind, I have no reason to refuse. Please do what you need to do then. Understood. Okay. When we got the call, he was worried that his father home... Jesus Christ, I can't read. He was worried that his father's home might have been infiltrated without anyone realizing it. Sounds like it was actually happened shortly afterwards. We'll look into the intruder's actions here. What they were doing in the house and whether they stole anything. Okay. A painting of a woman. Clearly looks expensive. An old-fashioned safe. Is having a safe another Kurosawa family tradition? Various objects lined up on this shelf. Trophies, certificates, looks like a family tradition. Okay. A shadow who looks just like Kurosawa-san. Is it the doppelganger? What is it doing? Touching the things on the shelf. A shadow who resembles Kurosawa-san. The doppelganger, perhaps? Up to now. I was able to tell the doppelganger apart at a glance. But today, I'm not getting that feeling. Am I too tired? The doppelganger was fiddling around with the safe. Taking something out of it, perhaps. A shadow that looks just like Kurosawa-san. The doppelganger? So it did show up here, too. The shadow is staring at the painting. Why would a doppelganger care about the painting? Maybe there's a secret to it. The shadow is here. Looks just like Kurosawa-san Jr. But this shadow, compared to the previous doppelganger shadows, looks somewhat different. Not sure how exactly. The eyes, stupid. Seiji-san might know something. Okay. The doppelganger was staring at this painting. The frame is fancy too. Must cost a fortune. But why would the doppelganger want to stare at it? It obviously hasn't been stolen either. Maybe I should ask Seiji-san. Okay. Reintroducing myself, Azami Fukurai of the Ermin Myth Dissolution Center. Thank you for your help, Seiji Kurosawa, Yuye's father, and Security Director of the National Police. It's a mouthful. I try to avoid meddling with things I don't understand too well. But Yuye mentioned that this case is related to the Zimmer incidents that are causing an uproar lately. So you have my cooperation. Could you tell us about what happened? Last night around 10 or so, my son came home. I was in my study in the middle of organizing papers. So I briefly greeted him, then returned to my desk. I told him to wait a bit while I finished my work. After maybe 10 minutes, I came back to this room, but my son was already gone. So soon? Did you find this strange? Not really. It's normal for my son to be busy, working as a company head. Then, this morning, he called and asked whether anyone who looks just like him had come here recently. And that's when Yuye-san realized it was the doppelganger. Did you notice anything unusual at the time? No, not really. When my son came in, the doppelganger, he stopped and stared at this painting here. So I told him we'd bought it just yesterday. Has anything been taken from your home? Taken? Does the doppelganger steal things? All I heard from Son is that it appeared in his room. I see, thank you. We'll take a look around the house. So Yuye-san only told his father about the doppelganger showing up in his room. Didn't want to worry him? Did you clearly see the doppelganger's face? I did indeed. Was there anything strange? I didn't notice anything. He's my son after all, so I don't think I would have mistaken him. So were they so similar his father couldn't tell them apart? Could you tell me about your son, Yuye-san? Your questions range rather wide. He is the Kurosawa family's only son, and we've taken good care of him. I've been called overprotective and meddling at times. My wife and I had an early divorce, so he has grown without knowing motherly love. There was a time when he would go around causing mischief and streaming them as part of some activist group. But he's built on those experiences and now runs an internet technology company. I see. And you've supported him throughout? That's what parents do. Could you tell us a bit about your own work? My work mostly prevents me from mentioning details or anything specific. But you could say I'm in charge of VIP security within Japan. Are you involved in countering the recent occult terrorist movement? Of course. Our organization exists to protect public interest from all forms of disaster. About the painting you have there. Ah, yes, we purchased that one 2 days ago. We put it up just yesterday. Last night my son, or the doppelganger rather, it was looking at the painting too before anything else. It must be very expensive. To tell you the truth, the frame is more costly. The painting itself was only 50,000 yen. He was surprised to hear that too. Oh? Though 50,000 yen isn't inexpensive. Since I thought it was my son, I told him the actual price. But if it actual was someone unrelated, I maybe should have bluffed a bit. Haha, is that a joke? I need notes on the people I met. Seiji-san is Kurosawa-san's father. He said he's in charge of a branch of the police. Which one was it? Yes, the VIP security and also counterterrorism. So he's actively fighting the Zimmers? Must be a huge responsibility. Okay. Steve. Alright, well, we're done talking to you. I still need 2 more clues, though. We now know that the doppelganger is targeting national police info. That kind of important data isn't kept here, is it? What we mentioned the other day is true, then the information has already been stolen. But if he showed up again... So, I need you to look into it. We'll try to figure out its motive by following the traces. Could you tell us about what happened here yesterday? I actually don't know anything about what happened yesterday. More or less the same as each doppelganger sighting so far. Please ask my father about what happened too. Oh, right. Then could you tell us why you decided to call CG-san? Our server room was infiltrated, so we knew that the doppelganger was targeting national police, top secret data. This made my father a potential target too. So I was worried and called him, and it turned out the doppelganger had indeed showed up. Why do you think the doppelganger appeared here? If there's a pattern to its actions, probably to steal something? But there isn't much of value here in this house. That painting there might look expensive, but it only cost a few dozen bands of yen. Isn't that actually expensive? The only possibility I see is the contents of the safe. It has valuables inside. Would you be able to find traces with that power of yours? Well, I'll check if there are any traces around the safe then. The doppelganger seems to be taking something from the safe. Maybe something was stolen then. Could the safe be open right now? The safe that the doppelganger was touching, could it be open? Nope, not open. I'm hoping the doppelganger hasn't actually gotten the safe open. Could the shadow traces tell us something? This one. It's holding the kendo trophy upside down. Is it writing something on the bottom? No, but it probably the code to the safe. This is the first place trophy for the Prefectural High School Kendo Championship. Shadow was holding this trophy upside down and looking at the bottom. Checking the bottom. Ah, a small piece of paper is stuck here. 9630, a 4-digit number? What's it for? The safe maybe? $96.30. I don't expect it to work, but that shadow's movement might mean it saw that number and entered it. We should at least try, I guess. Wait, no way. It opened? And inside, an empty box. What would keep an empty box? Who would keep an empty box in a safe? Or maybe that was stolen. What was stolen was inside the box. I need to check with Shichi-san. Let's think things through. Something feels off about today's investigation. But I can't quite place it. It just feels different. The doppelganger appeared in front of Shichi-san and searched around inside the house. So So someone other than Seiji-san was definitely here yesterday. But then again, there's something different from the usual, isn't it? At least my imaginary version of the director shows up right away. It will always be here when you really need me. When you saw the shadow, you mentioned something was different about it. Yes, the shadow seemed different from the doppelganger we've seen so far. And its actions afterwards seem weird as well. I wonder how it's different from the previous doppelganger intrusions. Oh boy. Let's see. Did I miss that one? Okay. Let's try and figure this out. Isn't the shadow seen through clairvoyance actually if I remember correctly, Seiji-san explained about the painting to the doppelganger. That was yesterday. It's supposedly been a while since Kurosawa-san was here himself. Why did he know about the painting? I need to check with Kurosawa-san. Kurosawa-san, could I talk to you for a moment? Certainly. The doppelganger who appeared in front of Seiji-san yesterday. That was actually you, wasn't it? So you caught me. Huh? He just admits to it? Why is this happening? No, wait, it's not what you think. I wanted to show all those who are suffering how incredible your power is. I just ended up doing it. No harm intended. What do you mean by show? Take photos, upload them, that kind of thing. With your permission, of course. Your power will bring solace to so many people. I really respect you. Hope you don't hold it against me. This feels so wrong. Why would Kurosawa-san say things like this? Please don't take any photos without telling us. I'll be continuing the investigation. Ah, thank you. Shit. Could I bother you again for a bit? Excuse me about the contents of that safe. Oh yes, the safe. Seems something was stolen from inside it. And why would you know this? I've looked, and the box inside the safe was empty. You looked? You mean you opened the safe? Oh, maybe that was inappropriate? It's more a matter of how you managed to. Oh, I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. I have this strange power that allows me to see things. See things? And we believe the content of the box in the safe were stolen. I'm not sure I understand you fully, but I will confirm. As you said, the object is missing, stolen, apparently. What was in the box? I can't tell you much, but it was part of an informational system within the National Police. Oh, is that the system in Kurosawa-san's company server? The one that needs special authentication to access? You know that much. Might as well explain then. As you say, the object in question is a password device needed to access that system. Yet, its existence should only be known to a select few individuals in our leadership. We haven't disclosed details to even our families. Not even your family? And that's what was stolen. There were reports that VIP protection data was uploaded to social networks. So those were not baseless rumors. Now what? I should tell Jasmine. Jasmine, are the director and the center safe? Worried about the haters? Isn't gonna be okay. Any thoughts on this case? Kurosawa's doppelganger is clearly acting along Zimmer goals. As in, it's targeting national police info? Usually, if we knew something was stolen, we'd call the police and stop there. So what we're doing is supposedly police work, but Kurosawa Jr. is stalling. Chances are he's hiding something. What could he be hiding? Jasmine, something was stolen after all. Huh? And what was stolen? A password device granting access to the National Police's information system. The doppelganger can access the National Police's info system at will now. So first, it was unable to snatch data from the server room. Realized it needed a password device to grab access. So it came here to steal the password device, Wait, that means... We're in big trouble. What should we do? Could you go ask Kurosawa's father when he last used the device? I need to make a call right now. Okay. Jasmine tends to make calls at times like this. Can I bother you again for a bit? About the stolen device. When was the last time you used it? Well, to be honest, I'm not a tech-savvy person. I received it around 5 years ago and haven't used it at all since then. Oh, is that so? Either way, this is a crisis now. We need to take measures immediately. If you happen to find it, please let me know. Oh yes, if we happen to, that is. Could you tell us the device's shape and color so we know? It's red and looks like a card. A red card-like device? Isn't that the same as... Okay. I checked about the device and Seiji-san has never used it. What? No, that can't be right. Director Kurosawa's device has logs of a continued usage starting from several years ago. From several years ago? Wait, does that mean the doppelganger was there from back then too? Or not? It was stolen yesterday after all. Wait, there's more. Zami, slow down. We know what the doppelganger stole yesterday. It's a red card-like device. Huh? Isn't that the device that was stolen from Kurosawa Jr.'s CEO office? This is getting really confusing. Let's think things over a bit. We know what was stolen, but now the situation makes even less sense. Password device kept inside the safe. Seiji-san said it hadn't even actually used it. But Jasmine mentioned it's been in use starting from several years ago. This raises questions about Jasmine's connections. I wonder who she's calling. But this password device, wasn't it also stolen from the CEO's office? Maybe there was something about the device kept in the safe. Maybe Kurosawa-san, package, stole it from the safe. Yes, that must be it. The two are the same device. They're both the red card-like device, so it makes sense that the Zimmers are after it. But why would Kurosawa-san take it without saying anything? There's a lot we need to ask him. What's going on, Yuye? Why would the password device stolen from our safe be stolen from your company? Did you take it from the safe? I was so intrigued by the work you do. I just took it and kept it in my office. Jasmine mentioned the log showed it had been used since several years ago. I didn't mean any harm, but the doppelganger stole it. I wanted to find it before the worst could happen, and Azami-san's power would make that possible. Not really the time to be complimenting me. This has gotten out of hand. Isn't it more important to prevent the public from knowing the device was stolen? Jasmine, things are getting really complicated now. If this was just a family conflict, we leave it alone and go home right now. So all in all, everything about this case was to cover up for Kurosawa-san's theft. Well, that red password device was taken by the doppelganger, so there's no way it just ends there. So I guess there isn't anything we can do about the situation. Thinking. That scared me. Oh man, that timing. As usual. It's the director. Hello, are you okay? How's it going? We were worried about you, Director. It turns out the doppelganger's actions have affected more people than I'd realized. I know, you've been busy on your end too, but please don't disappear like that. Important police data was stolen, and we've been seeing nasty rumors about the center. We can think about those complications once we wrap up this case. Fair enough. Time for Dissolution. The best part of the game. I'm relieved though. I was anxious about doing the eye-opener part myself. That may happen sooner or later. Nope, that's hard pass. Now then, please ensure the Kurosawas can hear you. Yep. This request was about recovering, if possible, an object stolen by a doppelganger. For now, let's put on hold whether recovery is even possible, until we determine who exactly we're dealing with. Are we ready? The eye reveals all. Eye opener. Now, let the dissolution begin. In this case, Kiyomoto-san, secretary at UTEC, initially encountered the doppelganger, leading us to follow its traces. We identified it as a doppelganger, based on its appearance being identical with Kurosawa-san, and that it doesn't engage in conversation. So, Mrs. Zami. Yes? There have been further indications that the anomaly is indeed a doppelganger. What kind of phenomenon has been observed? Kiyomoto-san, Honda-san, Ino-san, and Nakata-san, the people who encountered the doppelganger, have all gone missing. The 4 individuals you named have not been found, so they may or may not be alive. Yet the situation does seem to line up with the doppelganger anomaly's characteristics. Why would a request to search for a missing object turn into such a complicated matter? That is because of one key factor that made us believe this was all the doppelganger was doing. So, Mrs. Zami, yes? What was the notable characteristic of the intruder? Not now. That kept this incident from being reported to the police, and that led to the request to the center instead. The intruder's appearance is identical to Kurosawa-san's. The people who encountered it all thought it was him all along. And that is precisely why we're called in. The aspect is indeed clearly anomalous. Our angle will change from here on. The doppelganger who appeared in the server room seemed to be targeting confidential police info. Yet, it turned out, through Miss Fukurai's clairvoyance, thanks. I'm trying. They had given up on that approach. So, Mrs. Zami. Yes? To confirm? Why did the doppelganger in the server room give up on extracting data? To access the confidential information, a red card-like password device was required. Yet, this device is only available to high-ranking police officials. So we believe the intruder had no choice but to give up. Oh. Yes, that is correct. The device that the doppelganger stole from the CEO office. Now, about the red card-like device. Something seemed strange though, didn't it? Yes? Kurosawa-san mentioned that he was intrigued by his father's work, and had took it on a whim. A rather naive reason, if anything. So, Mrs. Zami. Yes, he did say that. The question here is, when exactly the device was stolen from Kurosawa's estate? Around when do you think they actually happened? Jasmine looked into this for us. It seems the password device has been in use since several years ago. Kurosawa-san mentioned he stole it a week ago on a whim. That doesn't feel right. Mr. Kurosawa's account seemed to have a number of inconsistencies here and there, though we can't do anything about that itself. Hope they can figure things out, father and son. Yuye, there will be no easy way out of this. I expect a full explanation once we're done here. Now, for my final question. The culprit who appeared at the Kurosawa home and stole the red card-like device was your son, Yuye Kurosawa. And the culprits who infiltrated Yuye's company and home were the doppelganger and also acting like a Zimmer. So, Mrs. Ami. Yes? Miss Fukure, you have already encountered a doppelganger and Zimmer. Oh, I have? Please think back to all the accounts you heard from everyone you talked to. For this case to be possible, who would need to be a Zimmer? Things don't add up for either of these two possibilities. So it's neither Kiyomoto-san, his secretary, or Aika-san, his girlfriend? Then who actually is a doppelganger and Zimmer? Wait, could it be all four of them? When the doppelganger supposedly appeared, those four individuals were each on the scene. Though their accounts and what happened to them since suggest paranormal involvement, the experience of the vanishing doppelganger and then the disappearance of those who encountered it, that could be explained by all four telling the same cover story. Also, each of the four were recently appointed to their jobs and came in proximity to Yurie-san. Oh no. It is very likely that the four of them worked together to play the role of a doppelganger. And it's also likely that all of them are Zimmers. The mystery is now solved. Dissolution. Zimmers? All four of them? Are you unsatisfied with the dissolution results? No, I do see why the dissolution makes sense. But a few things still don't quite make sense. Oh, do tell. The doppelganger that I saw through clairvoyance was staring at me. And why did they steal the HDD after stealing the red device? Good point. The VIP protection data should have been accessible once they had the red device. I would indeed like to discuss those angles in depth. But it seems that they will have to wait until next time. What are you doing here? We're in the middle of an important family discussion. Go and wait in the next room until we're done. Wait. It's Ino-san, the server room security guard at Kurosawa-san's company. Also, Nakata-san, the server engineer, and Kiyomoto-san, the secretary, and Honda-san, the housekeeper. I'm glad you're all safe. Sammy, remember what we talked about during the dissolution? They enacted the doppelganger. And they're dangerous extremists. Remember who they are. Are you all really Zimmers? What is going on? What are the SPs? Do you realize I'm your boss? Have you even thought about the consequences? We owe nothing to that joke of a company. We're working towards a higher goal. You disgust me. Living the easy life with your family fortune and connections. A family discussion to keep a lid on the incident. For this country to prosper for the next millennium, you rotten sprouts need to be pruned. You assume the terror attacks were happening someplace else? Well, one is happening here and now, so brace yourselves. Everyone, please, hold on. Sammy, get back. These people are dangerous. They no longer care. You have no reason to cover for the filthy rich. Wake up already. They told us their plan. Devastation and judgment are about to happen. The Great Reset is nigh. They? Do you mean the Samazima admin? This world needs leaders, those who envision the future and guide the weak. The world's values have been corrupted. The weak know this will. But the weak lack the power to change things alone. They are guiding us forward and gathering us into greater power. We should be the ones who bring change to this world. This is a complete mess. Hey you, hurry up and do something. Who's your leader? The Samazima admin? Please stop all this. It isn't the way to do things. You shouldn't be hurting anyone. If you're siding with this filth, that means you're not with us. We will fulfill our role here. To enact devastation and judgment. Great Reset. Enough of that nonsense. Answer me. Jasmine, they're not gonna listen. Freeze! Secure them all! Oh my god. Commissioner Tomiuri. All suspects secured? Fine work. Are you safe, Director Kurosawa? Ah, it's you, Tomiuri. That was timely. Assistant Commissioner Tamajiri. Please brief Director Kurosawa on the situation. Assistant Commissioner Yasami, whatever. That's a lot to say. Our apologies for the commotion. Jasmine? You're with the security police undercover? What's going on? Sorry, Zami. What exactly is the CUTU? Counter Unidentified Terrorist Unit. We proactively prevent terrorist cells from carrying out their plans. Specifically unidentified incidents such as this series of prophecies. I was in the Urban Myth Dissolution Center to gather info. Why would you need to be undercover? The center sure is creepy, but it shouldn't be a threat. Relax. It was initially an investigation target, but it's for information only at this point. And we learned a ton through the undercover stint. Hey Zammy, sorry for not telling you. So that's why you're so good at fighting and had connections in weird places? Makes sense. Kinda. We meet again. That's a scary person from the park. I'm glad you remember me. And happy to see you've been putting that wondrous power to fruitful use. Oh, see. So he's with the security police as well? Commissioner, what about Kurosawa Jr.? We sent Yuye home just now, but he probably won't have any charges pressed. Huh? Why not? This all happened because he took the device out without permission. This case will be handled as a mishap on Director Kurosawa's part. The director himself asked us to do so. Not the first time he wipes his prodigal son's rear. Miss Tomariji, please remember to be decent in your work. Director Kurosawa's device has been in use these few days as well, which means that we could trace the IPs used to access the server. We may be able to apprehend those involved. Though we don't know who exactly it is, the next time they access will be the moment of truth. We should get ready. Sammy, you should head out now. Huh? We'll handle the devastation and judgment prophecy from here. So I'm not a part of we, then? We're taking on a terrorist mastermind, not a mysterious entity. It's out of your hands now. Jasmine, please wait. Whatever you do, don't follow us. But... they took the bait. Heading to the area. Director? Welcome back, Mrs. Ami. I see Jasmine had ulterior motives. Please don't put it that way. She had her reasons. Even without her, we'll need you to continue with your work. You will need this computer from here on. Jasmine? So far, more or less as planned. She played her part very nicely. I got the 3rd floor. All other units secure 1st floor exits. 3rd floor visual on lighting and personnel. This is the security police. CUTU. This building is surrounded, you. Huh? Oh no. So that's your secret. The Genesis card. One loose and one taken care of. Episode 5 completed. Alright, well that's where I'm gonna end today. Thanks for hanging out, everybody that did. And thank you, Spiced Lentils. And I'll see you all tomorrow with part of 11. No, yeah. Or 12. I don't know. It's a lot. For the final case of this game. So you have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.